We often think of bread as the symbol of life, its sustenance, its survival. But in the old folklore of Germany, bread can also be a judge.
Let's look at two short, terrifying tales about two sisters, a starving family, a greedy baker, and a loaf of bread that bled. Let's get into the stories. Once, there were two sisters. Fate, it seemed, had drawn a sharp line between them. The first sister was wealthy. She had a warm home, a husband, and a pantry full of food. But she had no children, her heart hard and cold. The other sister was a widow. She had 5 young children to care for, but fortune had abandoned her. She was so poor that the day came when the cupboard was bare. Not a crumb remained. Driven by the cries of her children, the widow swallowed her pride. She walked to her sister's great house and begged,
"My children and I are starving. You have so much, please. Just a bite of bread. Just a bite of bread."
The rich woman looked at her suffering sister. She didn't feel pity. She felt annoyance.
"I have nothing in my house either. Go away."
Later that evening, the rich sister's husband returned home. The hungry man took his knife to cut a slice from a fresh loaf sitting on the table. But as the steel cut the grain, red blood gushed from the loaf. Horrified, the wife confessed to her husband. She told him about the poor sister, the begging, and the lie she had told to send her away. Terrified by the omen, the husband grabbed food and ran to the widow's home to make amends. But he was too late. He found her praying, her 2 youngest lying beside her. The 3 oldest were already gone. He offered her the bread. He begged her to eat, but the widow ignored.
We no longer need earthly food. God has filled 3 already, and He will hear our prayers as well.
Scarcely had she spoken those words when the 2 little ones in her arms stopped breathing. Her heart, unable to bear the weight of this world any longer, broke. She sank down and followed them. This story, known in some collections as God's food, serves as a brutal reminder from folklore. The bleeding bread wasn't just a scare tactic. It was a manifestation of the rich sister's guilt. By saying she had nothing, she went against rule of nature, and the universe reacted by making it so that the food she did have become inedible. What story should we cover next? The year 1579. Famine gripped the city of Dortmund. Hunger haunted every street. Bread became costlier than gold. In the midst of despair, one baker was cheerful and hopeful.
"I've managed to buy a great store of wheat. I can store lots of bread and sell it for a high profit."
But fate had other plans. One day, as he worked at his oven, a strange curse fell upon his store. Every loaf of bread, every crust, every crumb, turned suddenly into stone. Confused and horrified, Becker seized one of the stone loaves. Determined to understand, he cut into it with his knife, and then blood flowed from the stone. Overcome with terror and despair, Becker fled to his room. That very night, he ended his life, leaving behind only whispers of a cursed famine and bread that bled like flesh. Thus the tale of the Dortmund baker was told for generations, a warning of greed, of curses, and of the strange mysteries that hunger can awaken. If you enjoyed this dark dive into folklore, please hit that like button and subscribe for more lost tales.